Hey everyone, hi again. I'm going to be looking at my phone a little bit just because it's my speaker notes and it's my remote as well. I'll try not to look at it too much. So hi everyone, I'm Miguel Coquet. I'm a software developer for a few years now. Well, apparently over a decade, the last time, which was weird for me, doing that math, getting old. So I'm going to be talking to you about the incredible experience of being part of a software development, software development startup, which is not as fun as you might think. Welcome to the world of startups. You had a great idea, or someone you know roped you into building a great idea that they had. Where the floor is lava, everything is constantly changing, pivoting, MVPs, feature creep galore, and it's all the engines run on your hopes and dreams being ground to dust. It is constantly, there is never any time to chase the shiny. I'm sure everyone has had this thought where, I mean, if you're in this industry, you definitely had it. I have this great idea, and it's going to be so cool. I'm going to build it with the best tools, and it's going to be so awesome. That slide you had was so awesome. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to make the right choices, and it's going to be so like pure and amazing, except it's not. And ever. Because sometimes you're lucky to be in a situation where you can take a moment to breathe, reassess. But that's not the truth most of the time. But it's okay. Cool Jesus has got your back. So literally, that's it. Like, there's no speaker notes on that one. So I'm going to give you just a few, go into a few sort of, I don't know, they're not commandments. And it's not really a playbook either. Just thoughts, I guess. Okay, so by now you're thinking, I need to build something super flexible. I need it to be like hyper scale, and I need it web scale, you know, like from when MongoDB came out, and there was this video of, but it's web scale. So I need that. I need to be like Twitter. Oh my God, Twitter chose Ruby on Rails, and they failed hard. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be the next Twitter that fails. Except that is really not you right now. Twitter did the right option, unlike where is he? There you go. You're a liar. Twitter did the right thing. Twitter said, I'm just going to build it. It doesn't matter what the right tech stack is. That's another slide, sorry. You're not Google yet. You're a guy with an idea, or a couple of guys with an idea, or a couple of gals with an idea, and you just want to take that idea to fruition. You need to make sure it's worth doing. And doing, guess what? It's using whatever you know. It's just taking whatever you know and building it. If you don't know one thing, that's fine. Go learn one. Apologies. But I'm assuming you already know a little bit about programming. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gotten roped into programming in some startup. So yeah, what you need is to chase an MVP. And an MVP comes out of experimentation and quick learning, quickly yanking something out. I hope that's not a bad word. So lesson number 2, or suggestion number 2, all stacks scale. So PHP scales, .NET scales, Ruby on Rails scales, and I'm not on the Ruby camp. I just didn't like you going after it. Node.js scales, C scales, C#, C++, Objective-C. Now there's Swift on the server. It all scales. Why? Because it's not about your stack. It's about your architecture. It's not your choice of language that is going to make the difference. That's good. That's part of this decision, absolutely. You have to be able to be proficient at it, be fast at it, be building it. You need to build it, right? You need to be able to put the bricks. But that is not going to dictate success, period. There you go. The other suggestion is choose power tools. Most serious stacks now have great CRUD frameworks. Even now, people are ignoring them and going after not CRUD. Again, you. I know. I was there. So CRUD, just for reference, is create, read, update, delete. It's just an acronym people use to represent a certain type of fast, rapid development framework. Those are useful. Those will take you 80% of the way there. That's where you want to be. That's the goal. Like speed, fast, go. You wanna also trade choice for speed. So a lot of the people that will say, oh, but it's important what you choose because it's important to be flexible and that doesn't actually do exactly what I want or exactly in the way I want it. But at this stage, that's bullshit. That's zero important, -1 important. What you want is fast delivery. Again, other things like Google App Engine or Google Cloud, I think it rebranded at some point, or Heroku, or tools that allow you to not have to make choices. So speed versus choices. Again, power tools. However, flexible choices. So if you thought this was going to be easy, it's not. So building a startup is hard. Your idea, however good it is or not, needs execution, and execution is paramount. We all have ideas in the bathroom while sitting in our own comfortable moment, or standing in the shower, or I don't know, in commuting to work or to school. We all have ideas, and ideas are great. They're important, but they are not execution. So execution being paramount, you have this trade-off that you have to make. It's all trade-offs. Being aware of those trade-offs. Some of the options that I was talking about, for example, CRUD frameworks are a good example. They will scale pretty well, again, although they kind of often are seen as the thing that doesn't scale. But knowing how to drive them and making a flexible choice in making sure that yours can be driven towards directions that are flexible. Things like, can I opt not writing to disk for a session? PHP kind of defaults into that for their session handling. But it's an option. You can actually go and tweak it to not write to disk, because writing to disk, it's a big no-no when you actually need scale. You actually want to offload all of this into services. API firsts, again, choices, design choices. Using the same power tools, you can actually choose to design your app in a way that is API first. API first enables easy mobile, enables easy integration, which is definitely flexibility. Cross-platform is also a reality. Things like Electron and what's the name of the other one? Cordova, PhoneGap. They allow you to build quickly mobile tools that, if you're not building a game, those are fine. Seriously, those are fine. And they're flexible enough. Until, obviously, you reach a point where they might not be, but they're flexible. I wrote too much. My notes aren't all there. Anyway, that's about it. Actually, I went too fast. That's my talk, I think. Shit. 10 minutes. Okay. So I guess what I'm peeking at or going for is building software in a startup environment is summarized the epitome of frustration. You really want to do the cool thing, it's your thing, and you're gonna be amazing. You're not. You at the end of the day, you have to solve problems, real problems, for a business. This doesn't have to be the end of magic. Like, you have a lot of us are used to seeing software development as this universe of possibilities, and that's why we're so excited about startups and doing our own thing. And this one is going to be the one I'm going to build in a cool way, in the right way. And suddenly real life comes in and says, no, but, or business, quote unquote, comes in and says, no, you actually have to deal with just this thing. We need a website. We don't need like a battle carrier. Yeah, but I want to do super cool things. That's not what we need right now. Sure, we can maybe visit that later at some point. But that's what we need right now, and it's a series of these things. So it ends up being a marathon, and it's very frustrating. But if you're able to take a step back and think about how can you, in this slice of reality that you have to live in because it's your goals, your business goals or whatever, there's a lot to grow. There's a lot of room to grow if you know where to look. Look for excellence in your work. Look for ways to do it to do that thing that will excite you. That will allow you to take advantage of that work and grow with that work, even though it may feel menial or boring. Boring is not bad in startups, in software development. Boring keeps the lights running. Boring keeps the business running. Keeps money flowing. Keeps everyone in a job. Boring technology is not bad. So there's dimensions in there in boring to make it fun. To make it, can I do this right? But with boring. And that exists. You just need to look for it. And I've stalled everything I had to stall. I guess that's it. Thank you, guys.